Okay, let's talk ceilings. We've got several different levels of ceilings going in here. And um, what I've got done here are the easy ones, as you can see. Um, what you need to do so that you'll be able to see them is make a new ceiling family. All right, and so let's go. Well, uh, we're going to start when you look at your browser. You've got floor plans, which are looking down, and then you got ceiling plans, which are looking up. And you want to work on the first floor ceiling plan, okay, and then the second floor ceiling plan to start with. All right, so I'm on first floor ceiling plan. You go architecture ceiling, and what's going to come up? This is one I made, and I didn't want it. It didn't work right. You you want a compound ceiling so that you get some thickness of the thing. And I just picked this one here, the gypboard on metal stud, and I edited it. And basically, all it is a layer of gypsum, a half inch thick in the core boundary. But I made a new material type called gypsum ceiling. All right, I took the gypsum wallboard and I copied it, made gypsum ceiling, and on the graphics I used gypsum plaster. Okay, it just gives it a detail because just the regular gypsum wallboard has no surface pattern to it. Okay, so I did that, half inch thick. Okay, now the way this thing works is you need to tell it which floor, okay, level, and then the height to the bottom of the ceiling. All right, and according to our plans, the top of wall height is 8 foot 1 1/8, I believe it is. So you take a half inch off of that because this is the height to the bottom of the ceiling. Okay, and if you go automatic ceiling, um, when you get into a room, you see it'll highlight the room, and then you can click it. Okay, and if you've got continuous wall types, then it'll work. Okay, if you're going to sketch, which some that don't have continuous wall types, you have to sketch them. So we'll go sketch, and the kitchen here has it's a standard height ceiling. So it's the it's not 8 foot, and this is the second floor height ceiling. Um, Geez, now I got to look back and see what it is. It's like it's 9 foot. Okay, 9 foot and 5/8. Okay, so we're gonna sketch, and you can do pick walls. Um, that'll be fine. Just you do not want to extend into the core. Okay, and so we'll come around and pick the walls, and then come back and trim. Okay, so that looks all good. Okay, so that's how that works. All right, so these are all the standard heights, 9 foot and 5/8. Uh, in these two areas here, we're doing the 12 foot one. This is 12 foot one, but we've got a trade ceiling in this area, which I want to show you that. So you can do those. Those are really pretty simple. I just wanted to go over some of those things again with you. All right, so here I am on my floor plan, the high ceiling, which is at 12 foot one. And we've got a trade ceiling. And what we have to do is we have to actually put a wall in first. Okay. and then we can put a ceiling up there. So my wall is, I edited a wall type, and it is just a layer of 1/2 inch gypboard. That's all it is. Okay. I think this will work. We're working on it. As opposed to putting in a 4 inch thick wall. Of course, you're not going to have a 4 inch thick wall in a trade ceiling. It's going to be a little different than that. Okay, and so I drew it counterclockwise. I don't know that it really matters that much, but we'll see. I drew it out. It's 2 feet typical from the walls in, so you can put those dimensions in and lock them. Okay. So it's 2 feet typical from the wall surface, and I did wall to wall to wall. Okay. And you can draw them at 45 degrees. Now these chamfers they're basically 2 feet across in a 45-degree angle. That makes it a little tough sometimes, but we'll apply some dimensions to it. Okay. I think it's picking that up. Okay, now I've got this one locked, so this shouldn't move. This shouldn't change angle. So I should be able to, no. Oh, those didn't stay joined. Huh. This is kind of difficult. You're just gonna have to play with it. Because it should be 2 feet from this wall to the corner. But Revit doesn't like picking up intersections. Let's start with the, now it doesn't like picking up intersections. So you kind of have to play with it a little bit. We may have to actually draw some. I was able to get this one in, maybe because I have that in. Let's see, unconstrained. Okay. It doesn't like working off of angles. It likes everything to be straight and square, which, you know, let's see, it won't pick up that angle. Anyway, all right, let's try it this way. So let's see, that's 15, 10 and a half. It'd be 14, not 14, 11, 10 and a half, and then take another 2, so it'd be 9 foot. The length of this should be 9 foot, 10 and a half. Well, maybe my math is wrong. 15 minus 4 is 11. 11 minus another 4. Yeah, okay. 7. And if I pin that one,